Waited all week.
Yeah, Boogie Page. Throwing it down for All Things BMX is ready. I know I am. Attack the ATB Airways. Let's kick it. All Things BMX. It's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. Like and subscribe, kick back and relax. Said it's All Things BMX. It's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. So like and subscribe, kick back and relax. All Things BMX are streaming to you. So post up on your couch, screencast to YouTube. It's gonna be fun, it will be a blast. Gotta do much but kick back and relax. They coming to you live from a studio, or they might be at the track, man, you never know. So don't go anywhere when my rhymes are done, cause the show's just starting, let's have some fun. I said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. So like and subscribe, kick back and relax. I said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. So like and subscribe, kick back and relax. All Things BMX got the boogeyman's back, so I wrote them this track to send some love back. JT, Melissa, Chris, and Paul, DJ Damon, kinda get it, entertain y'all. And I wonder who gon' have on the show as a guest. I bet someone good who's gonna impress. Guess I will just have to wait and see. Let's get the show going and start the party. Said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. Like and subscribe, kick back and relax. Said it's All Things BMX, it's a BMX show. Unlike the rest, if you need some info, they got the best. Like, subscribe, kick back and relax. Relax.
All right, welcome in to the All Things BMX Show. It is Wednesday night, hump night. How you doing, Chris?
Doing good, buddy. How are you tonight?
We're stalling.
We're stalling.
Our
Big
guest
time.
is late, and I think this is the first out of 103 shows.
It just makes me feel old.
Agent 09
Mr. 09 is late.
is late.
Late to the gate.
He's late to the gate.
I guess that means the motor runs without you, so here we go.
Here we go.
Well, Chris, first of all,
Nice,
welcome
Chris.
back to the show, Chris. You took your little week off,
Yeah,
man.
I was off last week. Yeah,
You know.
Week
I
in
tried to fill in
paradise.
for you, but, you know.
I appreciate it.
I tried.
Thank you.
Well, we are on episode 103, and it's Agent 09 without Nick Disanti. Our opening song is brought to you by the Boogeyman. Make sure you guys check him out on Spotify and click on the link that's going to be in the chat here in a second. And good luck to Boogie. He's going to be at Rock Hill Racing this weekend, trying to earn his trip to the Worlds. So good luck, Boogie.
Sweet.
We'll be rooting for you. And the show's chat is brought to you by one of the co-sponsors for March Madness down there in the Buckeye State. That's BMX Rocks Photography. Tonight's BMX Showcase is sponsored by Answer BMX. We want to thank them. And our Newsmaker segment is brought to you by the BMX Racing Forum. Melissa's World Famous Trivia segment brought to you by our good friends at Bombshell. They got a bunch of their riders down there. You saw them practicing?
Yeah.
I saw Alita Beeman. She's
Yeah.
running pro women.
This is her debut.
Making a return
Yep.
back to pro.
Good
On the
luck,
big
lady.
hill, man.
Good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
Her and Dustin.
She got it.
debuting this weekend.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it the? Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Dust,
cool.
Dustman's running pro, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Good luck to you, Dust.
Paul is back in the studio. Brought to you by Hack Shack BMX Bike Shop. How's it going, Paul?
It is going good.
Good. DJ Damon, brought to you by Truth BMX. How's it going, Damon?
It's going great, you know.
Gearing up for your shit show tomorrow?
Yes. No, you know what? Actually, tomorrow I'm off. I did not book. I did not
Really?
book
You didn't
one damn
book
thing. I didn't book
anything?
nothing.
I'm
Wow.
surprised. It's
On
only the
St.
biggest
Patrick's
bar
Day?
day
No,
of the winter.
it's a lot of amateurs come out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The ones that start at 8 o'clock in the
Damon
morning.
ain't got time for
7
none
in
of
the
that.
morning.
Yep.
And they're done at 2.
2. Shit, someone's going to make it to 10.
That's right.
I've been that person before. I can
They-
honestly admit that I've tapped out very early on a
Did
St.
you-
Patrick's Day.
Did you go home and take a nap and then
Horrible.
get back up?
Yes,
Right, I
as
was
a matter of fact,
Round 2.
matter of fact, that is how it worked out. I was young, vibrant, you know.
Yeah. So I didn't book
Young
nothing.
and vibrant.
Yeah, taking
Big
it easy.
expectations.
The thought
Yeah.
of that is stomach turning.
My first,
Wow.
my first year managing the East Lansing Verizon store, which is the MSU campus. I remember pulling in before to open the store. I'm like, what are all these people doing?
Where's all these cars
They were
coming
lined
from?
out of the bars already, and it was like
Yep.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Did you
8:10.
have an incident that day?
Oh my god!
It seems like there was a
Dude,
story that
there's
was
always a
one of
story.
our road stories.
Yeah.
Was a St. Patrick's Day.
Girl fell over and got stuck under the counter trying to upgrade a phone.
You're lying.
Nope.
Wow.
In the
What?
store?
Wait, a
Oh, yeah.
customer
A customer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shit happens.
fell over the
She
counter.
She
That-
fell over. So she was at the handicap part of
Yeah.
the counter, fell down and got stuck underneath the handicap spot. And of course, she was dressed up, college age,
Yeah.
so her ass was hanging out. And everyone's like, nope. And it was like my first weekend as a manager, and they're like, you got to help her. I'm like, not me, man. So I'm like, you okay? And then her boyfriend, her like 4'10" boyfriend, shredded to the gills, comes over. I was like, oh Jesus, man.
You're like,
yeah, she straight was stuck under there and like, just cussing a storm up. And
Wow.
Trying to hit on my
I was like, I'm not giving you a parking voucher.
Physically
Yeah.
stuck or
'Cause-
inebriated
no,
stuck?
She was wasted and fell forward, didn't even put her hands out, and then got like wedged under the thing.
Oh my
It's
god.
just-
Like
Damn.
pull her like ass out.
Nope.
I mean,
nope.
did he?
Yeah,
Oh my god! How embarrassing!
it was.
all caught on camera. I'm
Good
sure.
times.
The back of our store butted up against like all the bars, so like all day just watching amateur hour.
See, that's the advantage. Back in that day when I would perhaps maybe have something like that happen, there's no video cameras.
It was
No photographic
Yeah,
evidence.
it was
Was
a
there
different.
an
It was a
store?
different day. You
Yeah.
could get away with quite a bit
Yeah,
more.
I mean, not nowadays.
you just
When
it was
no
like
video.
home. It was like home at MSU games. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
That-
They're like, you haven't saw a morning football game yet, and I was like, it can't be worse than this. Horse crap, it can be.
Think of the memes that would come from that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're there.
A girl at Verizon counter.
It was
Yeah.
well, the iPhones weren't out
Yeah.
yet, on
Captain
Verizon
is.
yet,
Oh.
so
Well, you know.
Oh, it's pre.
yeah, pre then. Well,
Sounds
the
horrible.
BMX
She
shout
turns her
outs.
ass up for a new phone.
No, that
Turned
no.
down for what?
Yeah, Jesus Christ, this took a left turn.
Our,
Okay,
birthday-
anyway.
One way to get a free upgrade on the
Right.
cell
Right.
phone.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even comp you on your upgrade fee. Get out. Eat it. Our birthday shout-outs are brought to you by our friends on Two Wheels BMX. They might pay for an upgrade fee. Maybe.
Possibly.
I definitely know the sponsor of the show opener, Gate 9. He probably would. Definitely. He'd make a number plate anyway.
Mr. Bill.
Yeah.
He's on the road, so we're going to miss his lively entertainment in the chat this evening.
Oh, come on.
Drive
Healy.
safe.
Is he heading
And
down to Rock Hill?
he is.
Yes, he is.
Actually,
Man.
I think he's headed down there to get another dent on the other side of his truck.
You're mean. Jen, we love you. You are so mean.
Well, he can't comment back.
Yeah, but Jen's listening and she's in the car with him.
Yeah, but see, we all know that was
Somebody
an accident.
swerving.
Well, it was an accident. That is true.
Chris, you want to let them know where they can
Somebody's
watch the live
swerving.
stream?
The thing is,
Son
yeah,
of a
well,
bitches. Can't
but-
believe you fucking said that. Oh, sorry.
He's gonna show up at the door like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Just
Damn,
went,
JT.
All right.
problem is it's supposed to rain down there.
just
He probably
changed the
doesn't have
rating.
his Gate 9 umbrellas yet either.
No,
Oh, man.
Just saying.
he should be ready. It was a hurricane last year down there.
dude,
Yeah,
that
right.
was like nothing I've ever seen.
Well, they canceled practice today down there because it was raining.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah,
I
dude,
mean, we kept the awning on the trailer. Mag, Damon, and I
Half-mast.
holding on to that so much.
Oh my god,
It was a
That
good
was
time.
There's a couple times that was bad. You know, that somebody made a lot in aluminum scrap though after that tent city blew down. I mean, that guy was.
Oh, the
happened?
pop
Yeah,
up.
that guy was in there. Yeah, he was just sawzalling all the bent
But,
frames
well,
and throwing them on a trailer. Had
a guy
tons
went
of
over there
aluminum.
and picked out parts and built a frame out of the extra parts.
Oh, like picked out
Yeah.
all the good
Yeah.
stuff.
Good
and
ones.
put
But
it
you
together.
know what? Our the sponsor for the live stream, Chris. You know what he did?
Yeah.
He gave everybody
Oh,
10. I think it was
yes, it
10%
was.
off.
Yeah, he
It
did.
was a
He-
big
yeah.
discount,
That was
whatever.
Wind
it was.
damage discount.
Mega design.
Yep, I remember.
so-
I remember that sale.
I know. I went over to the competitors and started kicking their goddamn tents in so he could get some business.
Call Brian.
Actually, Bombshell was next to us. I think they ended up probably hitting him up for 4 or 5 tents because we had to help pick up a few of them and throw them back over the fence.
Oh, dude, remember that daylight assembly almost blew away
Yeah.
right next to us? Man, they had quite the setup. That thing went airborne pretty fast.
Wow.
All right, Chris.
So speaking of Mega Design Group, sponsor of our live feed, live stream show, you can catch Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. There's We're not on Instagram on that deal, are we?
No, you're gonna be on your phone to do that. And I'm
Oh,
not-
we're not doing that. Never mind.
forget all that.
Yeah,
noise.
just go to Instagram and like it.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube
So-
and watch us.
Yeah, YouTube's good too. Like that, subscribe, just like the
Kick
Boogeyman
back
says.
and relax.
Yeah, and then kick back and relax.
Or kick back and relax for a minute.
See what happens when one thing goes wrong? When
Hey.
you just go
Well,
off the
Well-
I'm just gonna sit here and see how much Paul scoots in front of me and blocks me out.
Man, I'm like, it's not like I'm trying to. It's not like I'm trying to. Here, look, here we go.
And we
Here we
also
go.
have podcast version of the show, so you can check that out. That's sponsored by Dye Job Apparel. And anywhere you download your podcast from, go check out podcast version of the show. If you can't catch a live stream, you're in the car like our friend Billy at Gate 9, he can download and listen to the podcast.
Paul, you're good, man. Just say how you were sitting. Okay.
Well, hey, we're gonna jump to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back.
Working harder, make it better, doing faster, makes us stronger. After our work is never over. Working harder, make it better, doing faster, makes us stronger. After our work is never over. Working harder, make it better, doing faster, makes us stronger. After our work is never over. Working harder, make it better, doing faster, makes us
All right, we're back, and I got a link to throw in the chat for some information, or you guys want to register for the Pro Experience. We got the email address for you guys. Make sure you guys check it out. If you haven't signed up, make sure you sign up quick. It's filling up.
It is filling up. They got some really good pros lined up on that deal. It's Cape Coral, Florida. Cape Coral
Hot girl
BMX.
summer.
Dude, that's like a total win package. You know, nice track, great racer. You know, I mean,
Nice place to stay.
Nice place to stay, right?
As
Yeah.
long as you don't walk off the dock and right into the canal.
That could be an issue.
Yeah.
That is an issue for
It's
somebody.
been done.
Dustin.
Oh, did you?
Dustin.
Dustin, not me.
Oh, just okay. All right,
Not
Dustin.
Justin.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Could have
I
been
get-
Justin, but no.
Don't walk
I-
out on the dock at 8 o'clock at night when it's pitch black.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't even
never.
remember what
It might have been a
caused
little
him
bit
to
later
little
than
bit
run
that.
out there.
He was
Yeah.
the first
They were
time
Dark
there.
is dark.
Yeah, they were just checking it out.
Yeah,
walking
first
around.
time there.
Nice.
All right.
Oh man.
You gonna grind your
So-
gears?
Oh, is it
Justin, what's grinding your gears?
What the hell?
We're bringing back the favorite segment.
Well, no. It's tardy guests.
Ah,
Because I know he's listening. No, I was just kidding
well.
around. We'll jump to we can do the.
I bet he was never late for a rail to burn.
Oh.
You know that's
Ouch.
fucking two things you've said.
Yeah, Chris.
You
Chris
might
is on
want to
fire.
slide this way
I need to move over.
ever so
Chris is
slightly.
gonna end up out of the frame.
I
Chris
might-
is a vicious
I might
bike
have
burner,
Like,
dude.
out
I
of
might
there.
have to sit in between these
Like,
two
yeah.
right here.
Man,
Chris,
He's a-
and, Chris and Paul switch
like
places.
right before the
Yeah.
show starts,
no,
he popped off.
I ain't
with
getting on the
something.
other side of that. This guy's fucking over there burning bridges and people are throwing rocks across. No. No, not me, not
Listen, me, I didn't say that.
Chris wouldn't do that. He's he's got this facade that everybody thinks he's this nice guy that flies a helicopter and shit, and he's really like a super villain.
I'm an upstanding citizen of the
Upstanding, right,
Super
right.
villain.
You
What
can't-
about those 4 adult films you made? How upstanding was that? Huh? The one with the llamas.
Hey Nick,
We finally
can you hurry
figured
up
out
and
why
get
you
home?
got the llamas.
Can you please hurry up and get home? Tell you
Yeah.
what, we're gonna go to the newsmaker segment, and got a special one for you here, and we got the. I'm gonna make sure here we are. We got Chris is gonna tell you a little bit about the Steel Wheels weekend coming up here, and
Oops.
yeah, I got the wrong one.
That's the script, people. Look quick.
Look away.
We do have outlines. We do have notes.
Well, here. So this weekend, Steel Wheels down in Indiana.
Next weekend.
Next weekend. Sorry, what were we talking about this weekend? Where are we going?
Rock Hills this
Rock
weekend.
Hills.
Oh, Rock Hill. Duh, sorry. So next weekend, the Gold Cup qualifier Race for Life's going on down at Hobart, Indiana at Steel Wheels. Make sure you guys get down there. Say hi to Jackie. Go in. Tell him BMX. The BMX. Oh, Jesus Christ. All Things BMX Show sent you.
Wow.
Man,
Michigan
Well,
BMX podcast.
Yeah, the Michigan BMX podcast.
Right.
Who are those guys?
ripping in the
Well,
mitten.
All right.
I'm reading way ahead of this right here.
All right. So it's at Steel Wheels. It's a Gold Cup Race for Life qualifier.
That's not one. It was two separate races.
Oh, yeah. All right. It didn't come out that way, but that's what it is, right?
The Race for Life is on Saturday, and the Gold Cup is on Sunday.
There we go.
Sweet.
Okay.
Now, is Indiana in the same as Ohio for the Gold Cup, or is that where the line splits?
I think they're in the same
They're
region.
in the same region.
There's a website you could go to find
I
all
just-
that
I just
information.
asked
It's
a
usabmx.com.fu. I'm gonna put the link in for the signups if you guys haven't done it already.
Oh, man.
What's the big? What's
Pre-sign.
yeah?
Make sure you have credit card. Oh, well, all right. If you're going to pre-sign, you obviously got to do that.
Don't
with
be
a credit
that
card.
dick and show up just with a credit card.
Yeah. But they do accept credit cards at registration on site for just for race fees and the pro shop. But if you want concessions, you got to have cash. No credit cards at concessions at Steel Wheels.
Good
Put the
to
link in
know.
for more information.
This is going to be a great race. I can't wait to check it out.
How many motos do you think they're gonna have?
Oh, that's a good question.
On
For a Gold Cup, probably quite a few.
Well,
no, they're going to hit about 120.
you think?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. They're averaging
Dude,
80 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
they
there's
are.
nothing. Still
Oh, are
nothing
they?
happening.
Yeah.
No track. No, the
Yeah.
tracks are open.
On
yeah.
just a local.
On the Saturday night, they're averaging between 70 to 80 motos.
Man, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
And the next piece of our newsmaker segment here we're going to talk about is brandedpopups.com. Guys, make sure you guys get over there, check it out. I'm going to get the website up here real quick so we can take a look at it. So the purpose of brandedpopups.com is to provide fan brand supporter with the opportunity to purchase a branded pop-up style canopy of their favorite company. And we're going to show you some of these awesome companies that they already have locked in. I keep putting the damn script up. Boom! The very first one right there, folks.
Yes, you can own your very own ATB pop-up canopy.
Oh, I'm going to get one of those.
Please do. So we can get rid of
The other one?
the other ones.
I got a lot of prize packs I got to mail out.
So we
Go
take
buy
you guys
lots
up
of canopies,
and Kind of
please.
walk you guys through some of them.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they don't just have racing either, so that's what's pretty cool. So you can see the Shadow Conspiracy over here, and we'll take a look at their tent. You can order these. You can pick your selections, really keep it straightforward for you on this. You buy the bags with it if you want. Just straightforward, easy. You can own your own, if you're a big fan
is
of
cool.
Standard or Shadow. And let's see, I think who else is on here? The opening
Gate
Mr.
9.
Gate 9,
Yeah.
Sabrosa. And constantly adding other companies, so make sure you guys check them out.
This is cool because you guys, you get to the track, especially when you get older like myself. You got to stay out of the sun.
And we don't have a
Yeah,
team to
that
ride for. So.
Skin cancer and all that
Yeah,
fun
so-
junk. You need to stay out of the sun.
Look at that. I'm standing in the sun. I got to work on my tan.
Well, hey, to each their own. I'm just saying personally. I've been told I can't be out in the sun, so
Huh.
I'm gonna have to get like
Right,
6
get a
of
big
these
hat
things.
like Poindexter on Revenge of the Nerds.
I'm not sure.
He hasn't seen that movie.
I've seen that, but it's been about 25 years.
It's built with the octagon frame, super heavy duty. So
Easiest to set up.
yes,
Yeah, these
Take
frames
down.
are not your El Cheapo.
Walmarters.
They're like Justin said, they're octagon shaped. They're not square. They're heavy duty.
the other thing I like about them too is they actually sit lower than buying a lot of the other ones. So if you've purchased anything from Brian Fell et al. Like his frames, they shrink down from Mega Design, and you can actually fit them in smaller trailers. These do the same thing also. So check them out.
They compact down
Yes,
smaller.
the frames do, man. Like,
Nice.
is the one we have. Was the Kevco one.
Yep.
Like I can't stand that up, or you can't lay it across the car. These tents actually shrink down. You could lay them across the car, stand them up in a small
Oh,
trailer.
awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So check them out. Adding brands all the time. Hey, if you guys got a brand you want to partner in with Brian on this, make sure you email him there at the website. We're going to have the link in here in a second. So
Yeah, all you
Yeah.
companies out there, bike shops, companies,
Right.
yeah,
anybody.
Check in with him on turnaround time because, obviously that changes all the time.
yeah.
Yeah,
What is
I
the
think he's
typical
got it
turnaround? I
down,
think
though.
he's listening. We'll ask him. Well, I'm putting the link in the chat right now. So Brian, let us know what the turnaround time is typically when somebody orders, and there we go. There's the link, so you guys can check the
very
website.
own All Things BMX Show campaign.
Yeah,
As you should.
and it
As
supports
should
the show.
everyone.
I think
Yes.
everybody should, because I think they're really cool. and all the
14
cool
days
That's pretty quick.
from order.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
fast.
Hey,
I bet
Wow,
you
very
too
fast.
that it's probably the frame,
Yeah.
because I bet you he can print them real quick.
And I would assume that that's shipping door to your
Oh, for
door.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good
Oh, the
deal.
14 days, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do a chat check-in while we're still stalling.
I'm quiet.
We might have to go to.
We haven't had too much action yet.
just
Be
a
a
little bit,
quick
okay.
one. All right, we want to say hello. Welcome to the show to Rick Carter, Beer Budget BMX. T-Bone BMX is checking in, and a lot of these guys I know are on the road, headed to our Rock Hill. Let's see. Sean Gifford of Dye Job Apparel is with us. Emily Schaefer is tuning in. Robert Cardoza and Mrs. Cardoza, I'm sure, are with us. He says, well, I'm not late. I'm here. That setup is still hard to look at. Oh, well, sorry. Read that out loud. Anyway, she can't read ahead. It just comes out. Anyways, Brian Fell of Mega Design says,
Shit.
have a great show, everybody.
That's hard to hold that.
Shit. Over on Facebook, we want to say hi to Bill Johnson, Steve Noel. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's see. Oh, Brian made an interesting point. He happened to mention, do you guys know why Rock Hill always gets so hard with rain and weather? And apparently it was built at the highest point in the county. So that would make some
In
sense.
the county or the country?
County.
Definitely not. the
Oh, it's
country.
definitely not. Never mind.
No.
That's
Yeah,
easy.
the
County
highest,
definitely
the highest
will.
point in the country right now is right here in Hartland.
Right? Somewhere over there.
that way.
General area. All right.
Guy wearing the
I want to say hi to
Guy in the
Nick,
red hat.
Nick Jones and
That purple sticky
family.
punch.
They're headed up to Rock Hill. They're tuning in the car. Len Novak. I know he's headed to Rock Hill. I don't know if they've left or not yet.
He's driving from Vegas.
I don't know
there?
that he's driving. No, I just
Oh.
know he's going.
Oh, that's a hell of a.
Yeah, that would be a really
Quick
long
race
drive.
week.
I don't know.
Weekend,
Melissa
folks.
and I drove from Tulsa to
I know.
Texas and then back to Michigan.
I know, dude. That was nuts.
We had time to kill, though. Mr. Michael Mag is also tuning in. Says, sup, y'all, over on Facebook.
Mag.
Oh,
Nice.
Brian also clarified shipping on those canopies, FedEx or DHL. So you've got some options.
There you go.
Okay. FedEx.
Nick Quinn Sr. says hello. And that's hi.
There we
That's
go.
Good.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks for the
Thanks for tuning
thanks
in,
for the chat
everybody.
check-in and thanks.
All right, back to
BMX
you.
rocks. We appreciate you. And for those of you guys just joining, we are stalling because our guest.
It's our new segment,
It's
stalling.
Stalling. Terribly.
Stalling with the All Things
Yeah.
I
BMX
think
Show.
we're doing all right.
Yeah, we are. We are all right.
Hey,
Hey,
So-
while we're
So
waiting
who's got plans for tomorrow?
tomorrow.
Green beer,
oh.
anybody? I'll be working.
I'll be working.
Well, I'm sleeping in, but then I'm gonna have one or two, probably about 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah. all
Okay.
right.
I'm not going out at 7 o'clock.
No,
no more.
tomorrow's the 17th.
Yes.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
I can care less about paying a quarter for green beer. I'd rather just spend a
Isn't it just
$1.50.
beer with
For-
food coloring in
Yeah,
it?
so
all
that's
it is.
exactly what
Yep.
it is.
It's Nat Light.
Natty.
Cheap. It's flavored water with a little green dye in it.
Exactly.
Anyways, go ahead, Chris.
What
What's
are
that?
your plans?
Me?
Are you going streaking through the quads again?
I'm not doing anything like that tomorrow. No.
You'll be at work too.
You
Won't you?
getting too old for that, Chris?
I'll be at work. Yeah.
Too old for the
He
streaking?
hasn't tanned his ass enough
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, he's suffering from that old man shrinkage.
I got to stay out of the sun.
Because of the old man shrinkage.
Speaking
It
of
is
St.
supposed to be beautiful,
Yeah,
though.
speaking of
Yeah.
St. Patrick's Day, years ago when I was doing raves and stuff, we threw a rave on St. Patrick's Day.
That's
Okay.
insane.
So the funny
boy.
thing about it, like one of the guys, my coworkers, when I managed this audio supply store, he didn't come to work the next day.
Yeah.
So we was like,
That
okay,
happens.
what the hell happened to you?
Right.
So 2 days later,
Oh my
he
gosh.
finally comes in, and we was like, dude, when the fuck you been?
Yeah.
I hooked up with some chick, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It happens
Yeah.
to all of us.
Yeah.
No, man. She dyed my hair green. I was like, okay,
Good
she
times.
dyed your hair green. Big
Yeah.
deal. No, all my hair is dyed green. I was like,
Nice.
So when you started that sentence, you kind of paused on "No, she died," and I was
Right.
like,
no.
"Story change."
I was with you. I was like, oh,
No, she,
That got sad fast.
That would explain why you didn't come into work
For a
2
couple
days.
days, yeah.
And
nah, she dyed all his hair green. It was just like,
Like hair?
we'll take
hair.
Oh, man.
we'll take this second
Good
real
times.
quick, and we'll hit another couple commercials, and we'll be right back.
What is our time when no one's watching?
Maybe it's an opportunity to grow in what we do.
Maybe it's perseverance when our surroundings tell us to stop.
Maybe it's something we can never get back once we spend it.
Maybe it's something we don't understand the importance of.
Maybe it's a combination of all these things and a new opportunity to recreate the best possible version of ourselves.
All right, and we're back, and I want to say thanks to DB Sports and our friends over at ProGate. We appreciate you guys for supporting us. So if you guys interested in getting a new gate, make sure you guys check out ProGate. If you're shopping for some new parts, make sure you guys head on over to DB Sports. We appreciate you guys helping us out.
well, shoot, at ProGate, man, you get practice gates for your house. You get gate for your track. Anything in between.
Best in the
Anything
business,
in
bro.
between.
Right there. Right there. And let me go check real fast. Nope, still not here.
Still not here. We want to talk.
Oh, man.
Anything then more stories about goddamn St. Patrick's Day, okay?
All right, no, I think we're done with that. We want to talk about the.
That's a video.
Oh, is it a video?
I got it ready. We can just go to it.
Yeah. Well, all right. So there's a new podcast out. Folks haven't heard about it. It is the Moms Talk BMX podcast. I think there's 6 moms on there.
Yeah.
They're out of Florida.
We're gonna meet them.
Rick Carter's
Ready?
stalking him already.
All right. Roll the video.
All right. It is time for BMX Showcase. It's brought to you by Answer BMX. You guys looking for some new forks, some fast cranks? Make sure you guys check out Answer BMX. And this evening, we've got something special for you. Straight out of the Panhandle, out of the hot state of Florida where all that BMX racing action's going on, we've got the whole gang from the Moms Talk BMX podcast. We want to welcome them in. Ladies, thank you for taking time out of your busy day and rescheduling to join us. I'd like to welcome you into the All Things BMX Show. And at first, I'd like to go around the room and you guys just let us know your name and where you guys are all from.
My name is Jen. I'm from Florida.
My name is Dee and I'm from Florida. Hi, I'm Katerina and I'm from Florida.
Hi, I'm Misty. I'm also from Florida.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle. I'm from Florida. And I'm Kim, and I'm from Florida.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us again. And lots of talk about the new podcast that you guys are doing. And it's getting a lot of great feedback. We really like what you guys are doing, too. And so without any further ado, how about somebody tell us how you guys came about the Moms Talk BMX podcast show?
Well, yes. So in my corporate job, I do help and produce a lot of podcasts and kind of thinking, hey, I don't ever hear a full female's point of view of the sport, better yet, mom's point of view. I think, moms do a lot of behind the scenes work. And as moms, there's a lot to talk about. Some of us have quick, easy fixes to do. Some of us do long processes. But we kind of notice in our culture, as you'll know, all the 6 of us from different tracks, different places, we've been lucky to meet each other and, get together at races. We often see moms kind of standing on their own, standing in back, not in staging. And we just really wanted to make this podcast to make a community of moms. So we all kind of go together, we helping each other out when we need to, and really just explaining BMX from a mom's point of view.
That's awesome. And how long is typically an episode? And normally, what are some of the topics you guys have been talking about?
So our episodes are going to range based on the topic that we're going to pick. Some are short answers, some are long. We have about 50 podcasts actually planned. We have a lot of guest lineups that we are going to be doing. We are going to be talking everything from navigating the USA BMX website to points, to bikes and bike builds, to parts. We are going to talk the mental aspect in our children. We are going to talk to some pros and walk, families and moms through from when your kid's a little strider to all the way to a pro, what you can expect and what you can see. Time frame, we're shooting to always keep these under 45 minutes. So you can always listen when you're getting ready, driving, just kind of short, fun tips, and you get comical relief from some of us.
Well, when you guys do one on bike maintenance, make sure you let me know because I'm terrible at bike maintenance. So I'll be sure to listen. How often do you plan on putting them out? Is it a weekly, bi-weekly? You guys got a goal of 50? Is this going to be once a month even, or how are we getting there?
Right now we are meeting up one time in a week for the recording, and we are hoping releasing one time in a week or every 2 weeks one episode.
Very nice, very nice. And so we heard how you guys kind of come up with the idea, saw everyone hanging out, standing around. As you guys have been going along, what's been one of the things if you go back to episode 1 and now you're on your current episode, what's one of the things you're like, oh, we definitely kind of changed from there. I've taken this away and this is working better.
I personally think the first time for all of us, the first time was very stressful and we didn't know what to expect. So the first one just kind of recording, but right now we have a lot of ideas and we keep sharing them and adding because there is 6 of us. So there is always 6 different ideas. Then we shape it up and trim it and it comes to one idea.
Love it. Yeah, please promise you'll never go back and watch episode 1 through 6 of this show. They were very awkward. We had no clue what we were doing. Sounds like you guys have hit the ground running. You haven't bunked the gate. There's your BMX reference. Where can we find the podcast?
You can find the podcast in a lot of different places. You can find the podcast on Spotify. We're going to be on Apple. You can always go to our Facebook and click the links. A lot of different places. Soon we're going to be on Apple Podcast, and our Facebook is the biggest place that you can look. We also are on Instagram.
You got that gram game going. All right. And we talked about where you can download it, and you guys got the social media. You gave us the social media. Was there anything else you guys wanted to say? Any shout outs, any thanks before we close out our showcase segment here?
I think that we just really appreciate everyone's support, and this is something that I think is really needed. I know, like, personally, when I started, I had no idea what BMX even was. We moved somewhere and the track is like behind our house, and I was like, oh, look at that, they get to ride their bikes around. And it's a whole world that I had no clue of, and I think it's a really awesome thing to kind of open up and be like, don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be afraid to like figure this whole thing out, because it's really, really awesome thing. And everyone's been so supportive, and that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to have a mom support group together.
Perfect. The idea is just the navigating the website, everything down to the reading the moto sheets. It's great ideas you guys have, and we're big supporters here. So you guys keep making the podcast, and we're gonna keep sharing them here.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys have a great one.
Good night.
Bye. Take care.
He said you can vote.
There was no sound.
Were we muted?
I think we were, and we just kept talking. So,
great.
We were talking about the bracketology, March Madness here, and take two, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
So we were talking about as
live.
I wanted to make sure that we
never
said
happened.
thanks to Nick Jones for the idea and his group down there. We borrowed it and brought it up here, and we've actually had a really good turnout with it. Real good response, I should say. The first round had over 200 votes in it, and the second rounds our semis are already way over that.
Oh,
and
for the Michigan one?
Yes, and we also brought on Ohio.
Yeah, we have a Michigan one and an Ohio one.
Ohio's out of control. They're almost at 300 votes already, and it's their first week doing it. So
wow,
right.
But I like Nick Jones. His thing was you vote for whatever track you want because it doesn't. One track has a better concession stand than the other. I like the announcer that track better than this track.
You choose what you're voting on.
Whatever it is, or this track's better than that one as far as how you ride around the track. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You just pick, and it's for fun.
Right?
It's not.
Yeah,
it's all fun.
A little bragging,
some bragging rights.
Bragging rights.
And,
while we're talking about that, I want to say thanks too because we picked up a couple sponsors when we did this too, and that's Dye Job Apparel. He's actually making a couple signs for the track. So we didn't have the budget like Florida for a belt, but I thought what else would be really cool, right? Is a sign that you could take it around your state series, right? You could hang it up at your track.
Oh yeah, if I had a track,
the
I'd be
coveted
here it is.
Dye Job sign.
And BMX Rocks, she tossed in some money towards that too. So we want to thank them and everybody that chipped in so we could do this, man. Thank you guys. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.
And it's been fun. Like I have the app on my phone. The damn thing's blowing up all the time because it alerts me.
Yes.
When votes come in.
The Survey Monkey is super easy to use, and it won't let you vote twice.
No.
It recognizes.
No, I had to go buy 12 phones.
There is no cheating. It goes by a different, what is it, a VPN number or something, IP address.
So the first survey that we're going to put in the chat, that's for the Rippin' and the Mitten People's Champion.
Which we're already on to the second round on that deal, right?
We're in semis.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, and not that if any of our listeners non-state, don't be afraid to go over there and hit up Richfield Park BMX.
Go vote. Go vote for Capital City Family BMX in the Michigan one on the top link. Just make sure you vote for them. Got to tighten that race up a little bit there with Paul's track.
Yeah.
If you guys have it, I'll put the Florida link in also. So pretty fun stuff here.
Yeah, and like we said, you don't have to be from Michigan to vote in the Michigan one or
Right.
whichever.
I am
It's
your
just fun.
candidate.
It's just fun. Have fun with it. You're going to drop the links into the chat.
They're in
so
there.
They're in there already.
Yep.
Awesome.
You're a little
All
slow,
right,
Chris.
so
Now
There we go. We're locked and loaded.
Well,
reset a little bit here.
I don't have any sound from him.
We're not locked and loaded. This is a nice Skyway poster. Skyway TA.
He's getting ready.
Skyway Nick.
Nick, check your microphone.
Yeah, you hear me?
Oh,
there we go.
There it is.
He's here. There he is. What's happening, man?
How we
What
doing?
up?
I was waiting. Honestly, I was waiting for I was waiting for Colin to call in and start busting your chops because you were late.
Sure he has. I'm waiting for it.
I'm waiting for you to be late and him to get on you about not riding your bike. All in one. How you
I
been, man?
ride my bike more than he does.
How you been, man?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
good. I just totally forgot about the 3 hour. I totally forgot about that. We don't have daylight savings here, so I totally forgot about that.
We might not have it for much longer. So
No, we're
so-
gonna have
I
it
heard
permanently.
they were gonna Senate was passed. I heard they did. I heard they got rid of it now.
It's
Not yet.
somebody
Still
has
talking about it.
quick.
somebody's got to approve it or something like that. But yeah,
It's approved by like the House or something, but then the other, I don't remember which way it was now.
there's this thing called government. I don't know shit about it. So anyway, because we BMX, we don't pay attention to that stuff.
Nope.
And but thanks again for joining. We appreciate it. We were able to backpedal, man. We just went through the show backwards. So except for birthdays and next week's guest. So that's cool. We're good. That's all we got to finish.
Trivia.
And trivia, of course.
Yep.
Which I even highlighted to make sure that we remember to.
Gotta have my energy for the. Gotta have my monster.
Right.
Perfect.
Oh.
Well, Nick,
Monster
again,
rehab.
thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. How have things been for you this racing season?
So far, so good. I mean, Winter Nationals just surprised me on a very technical track this year. But I just practiced there enough to just get it dialed, and I don't know, man. I just pulled off five mains out of 6. Just cruiser on Saturday, only because I had a stacked rack in my moto, and I knew that moto wasn't gonna. That one was gonna hurt, and then it did. But I have a tough group in my class, so.
You do. You absolutely do. And, had a good time hanging out with you in Vegas and having
that was
dinner,
a good
man. It
time,
was
too.
fun. It was fun to catch up with you, meet you in person. I want to say thanks for that again.
Cool.
Same here. That was fun.
And in that track, whew, y'all ain't joking out there when you call it roller BMX derby.
Yeah, they call it. They call it bumper bike.
Bumper
track.
bikes. You're right.
That's the nickname for it.
Man.
And I always usually do pretty good there, but I don't think I made it out that weekend. I don't know why I had it so tough. I don't know what was going on, but I usually make it out, and I didn't. I don't think I made anything that weekend.
It's all right. I mean, it was cool. You and I were on Loser Lane together, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just
But
chilling
then
out.
I'm on Black Mountain, which was really, really.
Yeah.
They redid it really quick before the national, and it was really lippy. In some spots, it wasn't overall bad, but it was really technical for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I just practiced there enough to get it dialed so I can get over these things, and just I don't know. I guess it paid off a little. I mean, for what
Was that is that your home track or your second?
Yeah,
home?
I call them Chandler's really kind of my home track that's close. But that and Goodyear and Black Mountain are really the 3 tracks I race every weekend locally. So to me, all 3 of those are really my home tracks because I'm there. Friday night I'm at either Black Mountain or Chandler because they both race that night.
Mm-hmm.
Then Saturday's just Black Mountain, Sunday's Goodyear, and then Monday's Chandler again. So.
Oh wow.
Poor guy.
Right.
Dang.
For those of you guys just joining, we have Nick Disanti with us, Agent 09.
That is correct.
Factory superstar rider, formerly of Skyway, now on
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, look, I'm building this up, all right?
I don't know about that.
And hey, check this out. Chris brought something over here, and can you see that between him and I, or I can bring it up closer to closer camera for you? Here, there you go. Look at that.
Oh yeah, you that old school, or is that the new one they came back?
No,
with?
that's old.
Original.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
old.
it's like 83 or something like that, roughly.
I got mine.
Oh man,
Oh, look at those.
Yep.
Chris's has got a 1 on it though.
Nice.
That one's not. No.
Because he picked his number.
What would you call that? Shoot. A replica.
Self-appointed.
A replica plate.
Self-appointed 1.
So you're saying you just put the 1 on it and claimed yourself as 1?
Yeah.
No.
You should go do power wheelies and
There's this
post pictures
pickup
of
line in
yourself.
school for
That
chicks.
was legit. That was when we built the Elgin track, the hill.
Yeah.
I helped build it that year. They raced and did a track champion. I won it because I knew the track so well. So I
Awesome.
Oh, there you
bet
go.
on it.
Yeah. No. All right. That's a tribute. Mine's a tribute plate. How's that?
Oh, that's
I don't
cool.
know.
Anything old school. I mean, I ran my my landing panel for a while, but then I thought, man, if I crash and break this thing, I'm gonna get pissed. So I took it. I hung it back up. I'm like, I don't want to break it. I mean, that thing's like 35 years old.
Yeah, I broke the visor on my helmet at Ray's. I was super bummed because it's like my helmet from way, way, way back, and it was just a dumb thing. But yeah, I broke it.
Yeah, you don't want to. That's the thing. You don't want to race your old stuff. Not on these tracks today. It's like people want to. If you can find newer stuff, that's fine. But you don't want to take your good stuff and then, I don't know what made it all different, but I know the tracks are not as technical as today. So I think with riding, it was way different back then. More of drag race, than it was jumping and manualing and pumping that you do today. So
yeah. I think there's a lot more pedaling back in the day than there is now.
Oh hell yeah! Like I said, it was a drag race. I mean, it was more power. You had some jumps, but they were easy to get over, and then you just,
No, you had a jump.
yeah.
I was watching one of the. I was watching one of the Road to Glory. No, yeah, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I
Star.
think so.
No, what the hell was the NBL thing called?
War of Stars.
War of Stars,
War
right?
of the Stars.
In like 84-ish or something. I don't know. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And, like the bike was tiny and like Stu. I think Stu Thompson. I'm like,
I don't even know how he rode those because when he went back, he raced that reunion race. I can't remember where it was, but he rode that over, and he still raced. I don't even know how he fit on that thing. I look back at the bikes I race on at bike shows, and I look at some of the old. I'm like, how the hell did I even ride this?
You just did though. You know what I mean? Because you didn't know any different. You just did.
Yeah, you didn't think about because there wasn't sizes. That was the bike.
Right.
And you just got on it, did what you had to do, and then they started coming out with the laid back seat post, a little bit longer stems. And then the next thing you know, the frames are getting a little longer, and you're like, "Hey, that'll work," and you get that.
Yeah, one time 19 was it.
Yeah,
yeah.
18 and a half, 19 inches. That was it.
Did you run one of these laid back things? Like
I never did. Actually,
Okay.
I never ran a laid. I looked at them and I don't know, something about them I didn't like them.
Did they help at all? Did they help? I mean, I guess that's a question.
They just
Some
moved the
big
seat.
riders maybe, but I wasn't as big as like Stu Thompson was height wise.
Right.
He was gigantic. So I mean, I was okay. I didn't need it, for the bike size. Like I said, I didn't even feel until like, I want to say around low 90s, I was on a GT Pro Series.
Mm-hmm.
And I was riding for Sundance Cycle, and Frank Nuccio, which I'm sure all know who that is. Maybe not, I don't know. But
no.
He was watching me, and he came up and he's like, "Dude, you look too small on that thing." I'm like, I feel like I'm small. And he goes, "Well, we just got in the new S&M Homes. It's like the first like XL frame that was a little bit longer." And that was around 93, I want to say, 92, 93.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I went in there and they swapped all the parts for me, and I bought it and they put it up. And that bike, oh my God, a night and day difference riding. I was jumping triples back then. Like it was like the bike just fits so much more. It was like so much more fun to ride. And then
do you know how much longer it was?
I really don't, because we weren't even big on that back then. We didn't measure the top two. We just XL, okay, a little bit longer. Let's get out and ride it. Today everything is everyone's technical about everything. Ounces, sizes, everything now, different parts for every bike. Everything used to fit on the bike. Now you can't even get a seat post. You got to buy the right size seat post for your frame.
Yep.
It's like, why doesn't one just fit everything? What's going on with that?
It's not 1982, Nick.
They don't.
Well, I get it, but it's a seat post. I mean, they can't make that the same size.
Right. There ain't been a seat post that my hammer and I can't get in one of the frames.
27.2, 27. I mean,
I'll smash that thing right in there. I don't give a shit.
Right.
All right. Well, frame strength and that center tube, you know what I mean? So I get it, but
I don't.
It is what it is, man. They did it. We got to
It's not a
deal
big
with it.
deal, but
I
sometimes
picketed
it'd
it.
be
It
nice
didn't help.
So, Chris, Nick, what was the year? Real quick, we'll kind of run through a few quick questions with you because this is your second time back on the show. We appreciate it, and some of the people that are joining might not have had a chance to listen to your first time on here, which you should have already done.
Yeah.
But what was the year you started racing?
83.
All right. And you pretty much stayed consistent since 83. Have you had any time off, anything like that?
No, I had time off. I raced from 83 to about, I want to say 89 or 88. I stopped for maybe a few months. Year got back in 89.
Mm-hmm.
Just, I don't know, messing around with car shit. And then I raced till 93. I would say I was pretty consistent because I still raced. So 83 to 93, I quit for 30 years and came back in 2012.
Dang. All right. What was it that drew you back after that time off?
Oh, yeah, good question.
Well, I was living here, and I just happened to drive past the Chandler truck. And I saw that, and I'm like, oh, wow. It was closed at the time when I drove by, and it was open, but, not open like they were racing. And I just like, oh, shit, that'd be actually fun to get back into that. And I'm like, but I kind of, blew it off, I don't know. And then I got home, and this was 2012, and I saw it in the Olympics. And I came in the house, turned it, and it was on. And I'm just
there you go.
All I heard was the gate chime, man, and my blood just started to pump. I'm like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Shit's in the Olympics now?
Somebody's telling you something.
This has got to be big now, I guess, if it's in there. So that Friday, I shot right over to Chandler. I signed right up and got some bikes, some cheaper bikes at the time, right off Amazon, Craigslist, and just started racing.
So what did you think when you saw that form of racing in the Olympics? You'd been around, and obviously you saw the Chandler track, so you knew that all the tracks weren't like that. But what was that initial reaction to seeing? Because that would have been probably your first time seeing a Supercross BMX track, right?
And I didn't know that. I was like, holy shit, is that the track now? I go, I can't race that. I'll break
right.
I go, there's no way.
Exactly.
I hope that's an Olympic type thing for the pros, because I kind of knew pros would race, something a little more. You kind of would think, when you're around it, you're like, unless that's something the pros do. So I go, Chandler track didn't look like that. I'm like, so it can't be. So I'll go there and check it out and see. And when I went there, here's the funny story. When I got the bike, I went there, right? I get up by the gate and I'm looking down and I see all the jumps and I'm like, holy shit, there's no way I'm going to kill myself. I go, no, I don't think. Then I see this 8-year-old kid just get in the gate and take off and haul ass. I'm like, oh no, if this 8-year-old kid can do it, I'm doing it. No
Pride's
way.
a mofo.
So I went out there and I went slow, and just took my time. And then it just came to me. It came back so quick that I was amazed I came back as quick as I did for being out. So
it's like riding a bike.
Yeah, exactly.
But
right. And so over that course of time, any substantial injuries at all?
Not in the past or now with the new.
Since you come back, have you had any injuries since you came back?
My worst one was about 3-4 years ago when I first got on Remix. They switched me from the graphites to the carbon wheels.
Is that when
I was really worried? I was worried because I'm like, it was on Sunday. And I'm like, my first year of expert, and I was like, I don't know about this, man. This bike's a lot lighter now. I'm gonna be like, it's gonna be different. So they're like, well, just you'll be fine. That's when Greg Hill was coaching with Remix, and he's like, well, just take try to see if you can do a mellow first round, and don't go crazy. And I'm like, yeah, but I want. He's like, don't worry about getting it. We'll just see what you can do. So first round, I kind of just went out. I was okay. I sped up. I think, okay, it was a little lighter. Bike was a little quicker. Second round, I went balls up. I snapped that gate. I was gone. And everybody said, dude, you were flying. 2 guys were below me. We came into the first turn. And when we came up, those 2 guys were fighting. They were up below. They came under me. And when I thought they were going to hit, I shot low. I did a high-low. Well, the one guy got hit and got knocked down. He fell right in front of me. I hit him full speed at the top of Black Mountain's berm, going over the bars. dropping all the way 8 feet down to the flat part of the track. I broke 2 parts of my wrist, cracked 6 ribs, and hyperextended my knee because it didn't come out of the clip.
Oh. And that's why I announce.
Oh, man.
And I was in the hospital 3 days.
Flat pedals forever.
That crashed up.
Was there a video of this, Nick?
You know what? I looked back, but it's the way they had the camera set up. It's
Okay.
So you really can't see. You can see it. You have to look back on USA BMX for that race.
Oh, okay.
Because they
All right.
film all the nationals, and that's as far as I know. I didn't know anyone that had it.
Okay.
Filmed it
Maybe
like
that's what
I
maybe that's what I just saw then was, 'cause I feel like I remember that being a topic on that's one show that you used to be on and somebody sharing it, but
yeah, we talked about it on there. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now you mentioned Skyway. Yeah, I know you rode for them for a little while. Now you're out representing 09. You know, that's a big name. Really, what drew you to 09?
Well, I always was a big 09 fan because they're based out of Illinois, Northern Illinois. So I had a friend that used to work for him for a while too, and he designed some of them plates you saw on the wall, the thinner ones. And I always was big. I always loved their stuff. Well, I always wanted to meet the brothers, Kevin and Owen. And when I was in Vegas, I became friends with Richie Anderson, riding for Skyway. We met and all that. So I was always kind of hanging out with him. And at Nationals, especially at Vegas, we'd hang out. And then he just one day came and was like, hey, Kevin from 09 is here. You want to meet him? I'm like, yeah, for sure. So we go, he's sitting with his wife and all that, and Danica and all that. And so I meet him, and we shake hands, we start talking, and we really kind of hit it off. You know, we really got along good. And I started talking, and he's like, yeah, he wanted to bring it back. And I'm like, and I told him, I go, definitely do it, Kevin. I go, bring it back. I go, you bring this back, dude, it's going to be huge. I'm telling you, there's so many people that will buy this stuff. It'll be nuts. So pretty much make a long story short, he did all that and got the team back. I was kind of one of the first riders, and they picked up Shan Hatfield. And then he would just go around the Nationals and pick up younger riders, fast young riders. Mm-hmm. But I was one of the first, and I got to run his new plates. I ran at Vegas. And then everything went from there. And then the uniforms came and all that stuff. So
wow.
Awesome. And it was like a dream come true again to race for another legendary team, team that I grew up with. And I was like, Cloud9 again. I'm like, it was like, wow, here I rode for Skyway, which was one of my favorite teams. Now I'm on 09. I'm like, how do you,
yeah. That's pretty cool,
awesome.
Though. Yeah.
Yeah, their frame and forks are a killer. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I rode for Skyway for 5 years.
So.
Nice.
And did you have any questions for Nick in the chat?
Did I? Oh.
Sorry. I was doing something
yes,
Okay.
Chris, do you have chat?
Okay.
Yeah, Nick, Ken Murphy wants to know if you run carbon hoops and if it's worth the price.
I'm sorry, say again?
Do you run carbon hoops and are they worth the price?
Yes, I run carbon on my 20 because I got those. I rode for Remix. I've got aluminums on. I got the Remix aluminum wheels on my Cruiser. But yes, I think they're stiffer. Yes, definitely a stiffer wheel. I would say yes. I know they're pricey, but for the way they ride, I get no flex. I mean, you can carve a turn and they hold. I mean, I have to admit, even though I'm not on Remix anymore, it's a damn good wheel for the money. I love it. So I think it all depends how you put the wheel together too. I mean, Remix is one big wheel set, where if you buy a carbon set, you can do any kind of hub you want. It all depends how you put it together. So, which I'm sure a lot of the hubs are good. So I don't see any issues there. So unless you're going with some, cheap junky hub, I don't know.
I'm sure they exist.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That would you say that would be like one of the biggest upgrades you could do for a bike? Is
Yeah, I mean, it's not. Aluminum wheels are good. I mean, you don't want a cheap rim set, but you do something decent. It's hard to say. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you're on a budget, stick with aluminum for the money. It's not going to take you from last to first. Put it that way. Okay. It's not going to make you go faster. It's just going to make you it's going to ride better. You're going to be able to not have that flex. I mean, that flexing does cause you to slow a little bit, but
Sure.
you know.
So do you think you made 5 out of 6 mains? If you had Onyx hubs, you'd have done a 6 out of 6?
I don't know. To me, it's huddling the damn bike. You know,
there you go.
You get a pro on a Huffy, and he's still going to spank everybody.
Yeah, 100%
That's
for
a
sure.
good point.
You know what I mean? It's like, I think it's just you riding. You have to move the bike. I mean, if the rims aren't some piece of junk and they roll, I mean, you can take, let's just say, I don't know, Ansel whole shot wheels, like the whole set. It's a great set, not a carb, but you can win on those. I mean, why can't you?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
It
It's
doesn't. Yeah.
it's how fast you ride. It's how good you ride.
Well, if you remember, if those Olympics you were referencing, right, that Maris won, that dude was just barely on a bone stock free agent, and he hardly had any upgrades to that bike at all, and just and he won the damn Olympics on it.
That's what I'm saying. It's your ride skill. It doesn't matter what you. I mean, yeah, you want good stuff. We all did. Everyone back in the day when we bought, when you wanted Hutch stuff, you wanted the best stuff to be cool, and to have a cool.
Yeah.
I think it was more status than it was.
Yeah,
riding.
of course it was.
definitely status.
It was all about who and what and why and where. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, it was almost.
Half times if you lost, it didn't matter. I'm on a Hutch. You know, I got to.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's really true. It was kind of like a fashion. What was
Oh yeah.
in?
Look, I got checkered donuts.
All right, Nick. So you saying the carbon rims don't flex as much?
Yeah, no, not at all. They don't. Honestly, I don't get it out of my. They're honestly, if you set them up right, yes, they're worth every penny, and they will. You'll definitely feel the difference.
Well, have you seen this big guy ride a set?
What's that?
Have you seen this big guy ride a set of carbons?
Oh hell yeah! And it would, especially for a bigger guy. Yeah, because he's gonna feel that difference more because of that. But yeah.
All right, I'm gonna take your word. I'm gonna get a set. If they flex, I'm
telling
calling you.
You'll thank me later. Seriously, you'll be like, whoa, because I know I felt the difference when I rode. I was just like, I mean, I went from graphites. Come on, those flexed. I don't care what they flex.
What you got? Some Z-Rims?
I went from a graphite mag to a freaking carbon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Talk about a jump from super flex to stiff.
What do you think the weight drop was on that, dude? From those graphite.
2 pounds.
Wow. Which doesn't seem like a lot, but it is.
It is. And that's that. Yeah, 2 ounces is one thing, but 2 pounds, big time. Rotation weight, big time.
You were like one of the last few people still running Tufts at a race.
I'm sorry?
You one of the last people still running Skyway Tufts at a race then.
Yes.
Nice.
I remember when I came out with them racing for Skyway, I remember when I got popular with USA BMX and them calling me Skyway Nick and all that, people started coming out to the track with mag wheels.
Yeah.
Pit bikes. Just all of a sudden you're seeing guys on bikes again with mags. So you're like, and they would come up to you and be like, dude, ever since you rode them, I figured I'd put them on my bike and bring them out. Had them put away forever. I'm like, yeah, bring them out. What the hell? You don't have to race with them, but if you want to just ride around the track, why not? Show them off.
Did you have a set, Chris?
Oh yeah.
What's that?
You did?
I still have.
Oh yeah.
I still have them.
Oh, I've got mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I was asking Chris if he had a set of them.
No,
Yeah,
Nick,
I have a set of white ones.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say, Nick, you and one other guy I know still. Well, he actually still rides them on the East Coast, at nationals and races and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah. There was another guy out. I want to say he lives in Cali, or he lives in Nevada. I think it's California, but he comes out every once in a while. He's got graphites. His bike is all black, and it was funny because me and him raced each other in intermediate at the time when I was racing for Skyway, and at Vegas. Guys were giving us crap about the mags, thinking we weren't going to win. And me and him spanked. It was a full gate in the main, and we spanked everybody. He got me at the line by a little, but he took first, I took second, and we stopped and just looked back at everybody else, and they didn't say a word to us.
That's cool.
That was funny. It was funny.
So a lot of people probably don't know this, but Skyway had graphite, and then they had the nylon tough wheel twos, right?
Yeah, tough wheels were just the regular Tufts are just a plastic mag or a tough wheel.
Yeah.
The graphites were carbon composite material mixed in with the plastic to make it stiffer.
Okay.
Even though they still flexed a little, but not as bad as a standard
Okay.
toughen.
All right. I
So-
never had graphite, so I don't know, but I knew.
And they're a little bit lighter too. They're on a little on the lighter side,
Okay.
but not much.
Yeah. Because those Tough Wheel 2s, the nylon ones, I mean, a lot of the freestyle guys
Yeah.
would run those.
That's just the nylon plastic. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
because they could
the
take a
graphites
hit.
were the same material, but mixed in with this graphite composite, which was kind of like a carbon, to make it stiffer and a little lighter.
Do you know
Which
that they
all the
still?
factory riders that Skyway rode back in the day, like Richie and everyone, they all rode on. They raced on graphites.
Okay. Do you know if they still make those?
Yes.
What do
Well,
they do?
not plant. Well, they did when I don't know about right now. You got to talk with Planet BMX. They're the only ones that sell. They're like in big cahoots. There's a new owner now because Skyway sold the business to
Right.
another company. There's still two of the guys from Skyway are still, Reen and Perry are still, who are partners with Ken Coster, the original owner. They moved with the company, so they're still working on just the Skyway stuff, and they're selling to Planet BMX. So they still make everything. So if you guys are interested in that, go to Planet BMX. They'll have it all. So, and you talk with them about if they're going to make graphites, they would
All right.
know if they're going to reproduce the set
Gotcha.
again.
Gotcha.
Now
Yeah,
tell us
they
where we can get some 09 gear.
Yeah, let's get on the real topic.
Yeah. Sorry. My bad.
09 gear, you can go to, there's if you want 09 stuff, there's two websites.
Yep.
Now, Owen and Kevin have separate websites. Owen does the number plates and numbers. That's his thing. He's still based in Illinois, same place. He's never been open ever since. His site is just 09.com. You go there, you can get number plates and numbers. Kevin has his site called 09apparel.com. He does the frames, where you order the frames through. He does all the gear, the uniforms, et cetera, everything else.
All right.
So I usually have a discount code that they give me, Agent 09, that I put out for everyone that they get 10% off, but it's only applicable on the apparel site.
On the apparel
Not-
site.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'll put that in the chat here in a second.
And you know what else is cool? When we were just talking about all the old school stuff, they just released a few weeks ago a Tommy Bracken's tribute number plate,
Yeah,
and they're
I think they're
autographed. They're autographed by Tommy Bracken's, and they're. I was reading about it. It was pretty cool. They reproduced all the stickers, and
nice.
hand applied all the stickers,
Nice.
the co-sponsor stickers and
Oh,
everything.
wow.
And I think there's 100 of them, and Tommy autographed all of them.
Wow.
And I think they all sold out of it.
Oh, are they gone?
I think.
Oh, shoot.
I could be
Okay.
wrong, but I heard something that they were gone. But
I
don't know.
could see him going quick.
Nick, is that on the apparel site?
No, it's on the other one.
Or is that on the
That
other-
would be on the 09 side.
All right.
Owen does all the plates. So anything that gets redesigned and done gets done through Owen. Kevin kind of gives them help and talks to them, but Owen does all that. Anything number plate and numbers is done on the 09.com site.
All right. Now I'll get those links in here.
And they're also. I've been looking at this stuff. I was kind of
ask away, man.
No, but they also are re-releasing the stadium plate, like the one we have here. They're brand new. I think they said it's the same tooling and everything, but they're new ones, so they're identical.
Oh, hang on. I'll put that up right here. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Now
that would fit great on my 10-inch bars.
I got the apparel site up. What was you were looking at the pants, right?
Yeah. No, the pants are really cool.
And you've been running them for a minute, right, Nick?
What?
The pants. You've been wearing the pants,
Yes.
racing the pants
Yes.
for a minute, right?
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about them, because I know we talked a little bit at Vegas about them.
Yeah, they're awesome. Let's put it that way. I mean, Kevin, he's a fashion designer. He's pretty big time. He lives in New York. He's been on Project One Way reality show as a judge or something like that.
No kidding.
So he does he uses good quality stuff. So that's why the stuff is kind of expensive. So I get a lot of people giving me crap about that when I say like, oh, why is it so expensive? I go, dude, it's good quality, man. My stuff does not fall apart. It doesn't get ripped to shreds.
It's kind of get what you
it's
pay
like-
for.
But it's good quality. I get it. It's not, some people look at fly stuff, they try to judge, you want good quality or you want cheaper quality. I mean, I look at some of the jerseys today, you fall down on these tracks, it's ripped to shit, it's gone. So it's great quality. The pants are super light. They're really flexy. They're breathable.
Mm-hmm.
You don't die in them. I wear knee guards underneath them. They don't stop any of my movement. There's room in there. So they're awesome. They're very comfortable.
They're cut thicker in these, right? Like you have extra room for pads, right? All right, because those pictures you sent me, I'm trying to get them up on the screen, but
I love that you stop on the half mesh jersey.
Yeah. Well, that's when you look at them in pictures, though, they look like they're real like skinny jeans, real skinny. And I even worried when he first made them, and I saw him, I'm like, Kevin, am I gonna get my knee pad? And he's like, oh, for sure. I'm like, oh, okay. So when I got them, sure enough, when I was like, wow, oh yeah, these things are awesome.
Stretchy.
Well, Harry Larry had a pair on when we were interviewing him there in Vegas, and that's what I noticed was like, the pad, there was room for pads. From afar they look, hanging on a rack or something like that. They look like skinny pants, but they're definitely not.
They accommodate.
No, they fit great and are very comfortable.
And we're just flipping through some of the stuff on the 09 site, and the half mesh jersey is on there. That's
old school,
pretty old school, 80s, awesome. Yeah.
I need some knee socks to go with it.
I mean, we got a guy who can test the jerseys out and see how they hold up with a fall. I mean, he's very good at that, testing out the quality of them.
So is the mesh design? That was how it was made back in the day, and it's being brought back.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly the same.
That was.
It's just different material, not the same material, but the same layout. Like
design.
Everything the way it looked from the '80s, the same layout.
Okay.
Because there was a time back in the '80s where that mesh jersey like that, they had football jerseys and stuff that were mesh like that.
I lived through that time, but
and they incorporated that into the jersey.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a gear one.
I could see the airflow, but I don't suppose there's much other advantage.
No, that's about it.
Yeah.
Well,
That you look
then he
cool.
also has a regular one without that.
Yeah.
Half.
Perhaps on the right body.
And how about the frames? What do you think of the frames?
Badass. I love them. I love them.
No question.
Since you guys have brought them out, I gotta say, like anyone that gets on one, they're screaming they're gonna be riding them for life, man. They're absolutely big fans of them, and we've got some folks around our area that runs them. Their bike shop team is sponsored by them, and they're on them. They love the frames too. And what's been the biggest thing you've noticed with them that you have found that you like the most?
I like the way it corners. I can really carve a turn, and the way how the geometry is set I noticed different when I had my other frames I ran, that I can really carve a turn and go low, and it really holds good. It's like I can go low and I don't wash. I don't know if that's something to do with the frame. I think it does, but the way it turns, it just goes in. I can come under quick and come out. I just love the way it rides. It's just then when any of the manualing that I do, I don't do a lot of manualing, but when I do manual's nice. And then when I'm pumping too, I mean, just everything overall, it's just nice. The pull, everything about it, it's a great frame.
Well, I know Mila out here, one of the 1720 girls, that she's top class, man. She loves her frame.
Yeah, she makes it move.
Yeah. Mila Kelly.
Yeah.
Yep, the
It's just the
pilot.
way I think it's just everything on the geometry of it, the way it's set. I mean, it's just it's just different from my other ones, and I love the way it rides. When I feel like when I take off, I got this pull when I'm taking off. It like, I don't know. It's just hard to explain, but it works. So I'm all on board.
Nice.
That's all that matters. It works for you, and you like it, and have at it.
Right, and it's got those geometric shapes from the 80s still. I like the fact
I don't know if the frame does. The stickers might, Paul.
The stickers are old school, but the frames
fucking as high as those knee-high socks you want right now. Hey, so switching up a little bit on you, away from the 09 and just the company as a whole in BMX. All right, so we're gonna put you a little on the spot, right? What's an area that you felt like since your return in 2012, right? That you saw, you were like, hey, the sport itself. It could be, you know, I don't know. I don't want to steal anything, but maybe like online registration or something like that. Like in the sport itself, you saw it's been like an awesome improvement overall for the sport.
Everything, really. I mean, I'm totally on board. I mean, I got nothing negative to say about it. I mean, you know, where we come from and back in the day, we didn't worry about tracks. We didn't worry about the bike. I mean, when we went to a track, we didn't sit there and you get a lot of people, oh, it's this, it's that, it's this. Why don't they fix this better? We didn't give it. Nobody cared. I mean, you went to the track, you just raced. You raced. So the tracks, to me, I get it. Everyone always says, oh, it's the same cookie cutter. Well, what are they supposed to make? I mean, I get it. You could probably, I get it. You can change some things around, all that. I get it. But the track's got to be rideable for everybody from a 5-year-old to a 70-year-old.
Yep.
So you can't make things too crazy. You can't make things too easy. You can't, you know what I mean? It's got to be
balanced.
You know, it's got to be in that middle ground. You know,
right.
It's like, I get it. You know, and I understand some people want to see this or see that or go back to the 80s stuff. Why you want to go back to 80s? I don't know. There's nothing there. What do you want to do? I mean, great. You want a 80s track. You want to make somebody does that stuff. I get it. It's totally cool. But we're in today. This is today. This is the future of BMX. We're not going backward. We want to go forward.
Would you, I got a quick question on that before you keep going. Would you go and race the Frogtown Classic for a one time?
Say again?
Would you race the Frogtown Classic?
Now that, I didn't read much about it. I heard about it. Now it's flats only, right?
Yes, and they rebuild like an old school downhill track.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. All right.
I would. I mean, I'd have to get used to flats again. I'm so used to being clipped in now. We just did a race. Here's funny. Speaking of that, Chandler just did a race for money, where they took like 8 different age groups and 3 races, and then each main event, all the winners race for first, second, third, $250, $175, and then $75.
Okay.
Nice.
So, and it's flat pedal only. So I didn't do it. I might do the next one. I didn't do the first one. I had something I had to do. I had to miss it, but I might do it. But I have to get back on my flats and start riding around.
Yeah. So did you say that they took the winners of each age group in the flat and then kind of like the old trophy dashes? Like,
yeah,
I'm like
kind of like a pro-am in a way.
Yeah,
you know?
but you took the winner of each age class of it, and then
yeah,
they raced
everybody. But from what I heard the first day from a friend of mine who went and raced it, I guess the 16-year-old group had enough to make a gate, so they let them, and then everybody else in the older guys
all right,
got a gate. So, but you had some ex-pros in there. A lot of guys show up when their money comes flying around.
Yes, they
all
do.
The big guys show up.
Sure.
Yes, they do.
I think it's
like
kind of
my one buddy was
cool
like,
idea.
"Well, I wasn't winning that one."
Well, we got a race for you, Dan, that you need to come check out. 50 and over, flat pedal, 1 lap, no crap.
Yep. So
say it again. 50 and
Lean in.
over.
Yeah, 50 and over, 1 lap, no crap. Flat pedals only.
1 lap?
One
yeah,
lap.
that's it.
6-pack whole shot award.
Yep. This is
Wow.
this was the brainchild of Damon at like.
That's the one that'll draw you in.
Up one time, it's done.
It is.
No, it is.
It's over.
But this was Damon's brainchild for one of the fundraiser races we did, and I'll send you the picture of the turnout. What do we have? 18.
No, we had 16 riders.
Yeah, we had 2 racks, and it was 1 lap because we had other races to run, but it turned out to be it was a lot of fun, and I encourage like other tracks to give it a whirl with your 50 and over because look, if they've raced a class already, they're whipped, and it's balls to the wall.
Wasn't that the headlight race?
Everybody,
pretty much.
Everybody was wanted
it'd be a
the whole shot.
Pretty expensive race for me to go to since I live in Arizona to fly to Michigan.
You
Don't worry
know,
about it.
just
It's totally
zip on
worth it,
over.
dude.
Take the Greyhound.
It's all about the 6-pack that you get for winning a whole shot.
Yeah. You go home with some Frosty Brews.
Yeah. Hey, Nick, real quick, we're gonna hit some commercials, and when we come back, we're gonna do the rapid fire round with you, and then we'll hit our trivia. Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Turkey.
Sen kalk mimini mikrofonunu get bak Jack burada diktafonunu tak kağıt kalem bir de ilham olacak tam gaz çapız havada düşmana buna çıkalım bakalım hadi bu bedoda kazanalım.
We started in the Midwest. Now we about to take it. All over the world, baby. This is the pinnacle.
When the la-la hits your lyrics, just picture head so hard that your hat can't fit you. Either I'm with you or against you.
All right, and we are back, and we want to say thanks to our good friends at the Hack Shack who bring you Paul each and every week. Feel free to quit paying us for that. So we're gonna segue into the rapid fire questions. So you can't think about these, man. You got to fire them right off and answer them. Okay.
All right.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right, Chris, take the first one.
All right, what's your favorite racetrack you've ever been to?
Racetrack BMX wise.
Yes.
Well, I knew you were a big horse race guy, so I figured we'd open with that one.
Churchill Downs.
Well, I just want to make sure.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You know we're
like,
teasing.
Like other oddball questions.
Swartz Creek Raceway.
Funway. I want to say Funway BMX in Batavia, Illinois. It was I want to say it was an NBL track at that time, and but it had a bridge with a tunnel. It was
Nice.
just one of. I remember just always loved going there.
Nice. All right. Your favorite national that you've been to all time?
Thinking too hard about this.
Vegas.
Rapid fire. Let's go.
Black Mountain.
Got a lot of them, apparently.
Too many to narrow down.
Between Rockford and I want to say Vegas, and see Black Mountain's right there too. But
Top three. There you go.
All right. Yeah, we'll take it as a top three.
yeah, that's tough. That's
All
a
right,
tough one.
Chris, you take next one.
What's your favorite local track?
I think I know the answer.
Still can't.
You're stuck between Arizona and Illinois, aren't you?
I love all three of them.
Oh my gosh.
My favorite, I'm going to say honestly.
Okay, well,
don't lie.
I'm only saying this because I love the starting hill. But Goodyear has that like 3 meter, 4 meter starting hill.
Sure.
It's big, and I just love the speed coming out of it.
All right.
Okay. That works.
I mean, it's a fun track, and I like going. I mean, Chandler redesigned. I like Chandler now with their new design. It's way fun. It's super fast.
So we're going to change it from rapid fire to Nick fire questions.
These are hard because I don't really, honestly, I don't even really have a favorite track.
Okay.
That's the right answer,
I
Ben.
don't complain about tracks. I mean, only if they're really, really bad. Like you get out there and they're like, holy moly, can't even ride it. That's when I might say something. But other than that, I really don't.
All right.
I just do what I gotta do.
Fair enough. All right.
My opinion on that is everybody else has to race the same track I do.
This ain't no pool game, dude. That's a big difference. All right. So I mean, you do nationals, we know, and these this next one will be good for you. So right now, again, you hit up quite a few nationals. You follow the scene around. Who's your favorite male pro right now? Your current male pro. Who's your favorite one you like to watch? As we are into our Nick fire questions.
Right. That Jeopardy music.
Yeah.
I have to say, I like to watch our local out here from Tucson.
Is this what you're?
Corbin? No,
yeah,
that's...
Corbin Sherrod.
Okay. And
I do like
now,
to watch it, yeah, his ride style. He's fast as hell, and he just
did you see how him down in Houston?
I think so.
Holy shit, was he hauling ass, man? Wow.
Yeah, dude, he's a beast, man. There's no doubt
when
about
he comes
it.
out like the local and rides sometimes, dude, get next to him, dude, and he's gone out of that. Dude, you wonder how the hell they get out of that gate so fast. It's like, dude, like, what do you do? Like, dude, it makes me feel like a freaking like beginner.
Yeah, he eats, sleeps, and shits like a BMX, man. That's what
how
happens.
How about we ask the same question and we flip it around and say, who's your favorite female pro you like to watch ride?
Felicia Stansel.
Nice, good one.
That was quick too.
You want the next one?
How about your favorite old school pro? Like back in the day.
I want to say old school. Now, you want to go back? I was big on my favorite was Richie Anderson.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
And right behind him was Stu Thompson.
Okay.
Nice.
Who would win in a bar fight between the two of them?
What age now or back in their day?
Back in their day.
Good response.
Yes.
Good response.
Good answer, Nick.
How about David was saying? How about the past female racer?
You gotta remember, Stu's a cop now.
I
so
know.
he's
Well,
probably
yeah,
knows
that
how to
was.
fight.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Damon was asking your past favorite female pro you like to watch.
That would be Felicia's name. Past.
Yes.
Sherry Elliott.
Nice. Good one.
Little Skyway action there.
Well, yeah, you're not gonna miss an opportunity.
All right. How about this one?
I always watched her race back.
Are you doing this one? The one?
Yep.
Okay. This is ready for this one?
Got to answer this quick.
Quick.
NBL or ABA?
Now, just spit it out. There's no wrong answers. There's no wrong answer.
I'm gonna go with ABA because it is today.
Okay. All right.
All right.
I
didn't race a long time NBL because when I started in Illinois, NBL died really quick.
Really?
The tracks closed. I didn't get much time with NBL, so I had more time with ABA.
Okay. I was gonna throw you a lifeline and give you the Colin answer, which was I think one of the best ones I heard was he just said BMX.
Yeah.
I love the answer.
I heard, it was good.
All right. Like all time, right? So like, and I know you got the sponsor.
All time.
So this is back when you were a little kid too, riding this. Those bikes qualify, but your favorite bike of all time, your favorite one.
Redline.
Okay.
Good.
Okay.
My first bike was a Redline 500A. I was a big Redline fan. That's when I first started seeing Stu Thompson. He was way before Richie. And then as time went on, I linked on the Skyway after seeing all that.
Okay.
But Redline was my favorite bike when I was 16 years old.
You want to ask him the other side of that question?
What's your least favorite bike?
Huffy.
All right.
That's fair.
That's a Stu Thompson ride though too, man.
I had a Huffy Pro Thunder as my first before I got my Redline, and it had Z rims on it, and the back rim was bent and it wobbled. And all my friends called it the Jello Mobile.
Did you have the blue and yellow or the black and yellow?
Mine was actually blue and red.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Was it the Pro Thunder or Pro Lightning?
Oh,
There's going to be 4 people that'll know the difference. So the next question. You ready, Nick? All right. You ready for the next one?
Yes.
All right. If you were not doing BMX, what would you be doing as a hobby?
I'd probably be road racing because I did that for a while.
Are you talking about them spandex and everything, road racing thing? Like that
No,
kind
road racing with cars.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the bikes, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was thinking 10-speed.
Shaving your legs.
I had a Mustang that was all set up for road race. I did that for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I remember that bad boy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, next one. You got that one, Chris?
All right, how about... All right, we're changing gears again on you here. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
All right.
Good man.
Next one.
Right. Truck or car?
I own a truck, so I would have to go with truck, and I just ordered my new one, so I'm waiting for that to come in. So
All
I
right,
would say
there you go.
truck right now.
All right, I got one for you. This is the most important one. Okay? Pie or cake?
Cake.
Yeah, there you go. Pudding cake. That's my answer.
What is a talent that you wish you had?
Pro power.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
I like that.
That is a great answer. All right, I'll flip it around for you. What's a talent or a skill that you have that most people don't know? I guess you could call it like maybe a hidden talent, maybe. I really thought you were going to tell me you could dunk a basketball.
I was thinking juggling bowling pins, but
I mean, it's funny you say that because I was on my basketball team in school, but I never could dunk. I mean, I was a 3-point guy, but
all right.
Okay, you're Larry Bird. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's good. We'll go with that one. All right, Chris, take him to the last one.
All right, Nick, you really got to think about this. This is the one. What is your favorite Wednesday night BMX live streaming show?
Of course. Come on. I'm always on here watching you guys.
We appreciate
that.
Yeah, there's only one answer. That's the beauty of that question.
That's why we end on it.
Unless I'm out doing something and I'm not on. I don't always watch, but when I'm home not doing anything, it's on.
There we go.
Thank you.
Well, Nick, I want to hand the floor over to you, and we'll for you to give your shout outs and thanks to. And then we got a couple things we're going to hit before we slide on out of here. And thank you again for joining us for Moto 2. We always appreciate it, and I always look forward to you coming in and joining and hanging out with us. So I'll toss it over to you to give your shout-outs and thanks.
All right. I want to thank my sponsor, 09 for One, for all they've done for me, Kevin and Owen. Thank you for everything you guys do, sponsor me, and, thinking of the word, but all that. Thank my co-sponsors, all the co-sponsors we have. I know we have a lot. I don't even know them. I know Fox is one of them. They're a co-sponsor. 6D Helmets. Thank them. EVS is another one of my co-sponsors. Personally, for me, I wear all their. They co-sponsor me for their protective gear. That's and my RX goggles. I wear.
There you go.
Prescription goggle thing, adapters that snap into my goggle.
Nice.
But, those things are awesome. I love them. But I want to thank them for
I need to find
Drew
out about
over
that.
there at RX Goggles. He's hooking me up every year with a pair of those.
And you know what? Thanks again for when I tagged you on that, because Chris just brought it up too. He's like, I might need to check them out, and thanks for jumping on that Facebook thread and sharing that with him, because
if anybody out there that's wearing glasses,
yes,
and you don't want to wear your glasses racing, it's a place it's called rxgoggles.com. The owner is Drew. He's an eye doctor. But he makes these things. He was making them for motocross racers. When I found him online, I called him and talked to him and told him, well, what about BMX racers? And he's like, I never thought about that. He goes, yeah. I go, there's tons of us. So he goes, well, I'll hook you up and get your thing in Pull Magazine if you sponsor me. And he's like, you do that and no problem. I'll hook you up. I'm like, all right. So I gave that information to Gork. Gork gave it to someone down the line. And this was like 8 years ago or something, but they put an article in Pull Magazine of those adapters. And ever since we talk all the time. And he, like I said, every year he makes me when my prescription changes, he gets me a new adapter.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I'll get the link, and if I can't get it in the chat, I'll make sure it's in the show notes for people to check out.
He makes them for all goggles.
Yes.
When you go on that link and you click on it, you'll see all the goggles. You just find your goggle. You have to send them a prescription. And then once you do it, I think retail on them is around $150.
That's not bad, really.
Right.
No,
That's
not
at all.
Not compared to some companies out there that make them want a hell of a lot more.
Right.
And I'll tell you this, Nick's blind as hell. I was yelling at him, and he didn't have his goggles. Yeah, dude, I was only about 10 feet away yelling at you, and you didn't have your goggles on, man, and he had to put them back on.
Steve, who the hell? If I don't know your voice,
yeah,
dude, I can't see shit.
There you go.
So it's like, who is that?
Yeah, half our crew's blind.
Yeah, and when you told me they're Vegas, the cost on them, I was like, wow, that's because to prescription goggles, that's crazy.
That's
so
something I gotta get.
Yeah, you don't need bifocals,
you
right?
do the actual prescription goggle lens. Those things are like $500.
Right.
I paid $350.
And there's other companies that there was one other company that I saw that kind of copied that adapter. I don't know who they were.
Len wants the link.
But it seemed like, I don't know, some people were saying they were, I don't know really how much those cost. I don't remember even what the name is. But they were just off some, I don't know.
Yeah.
When I saw them, they looked cheesy.
Yeah. No, your stuff looks, not only like it looks sturdy, solid build.
Yeah.
So we'll get the link, and we're got people asking. We're gonna do the trivia. If you want to hang out, man, hang out with us. But you can't answer the trivia question, all right?
All right.
I'm pretty sure he might know this answer though. I think he might. He might know the answer.
Is he Irish? Are you Irish?
I don't usually respond because I let other people do it.
Nick Disanti, are you Irish?
I'm Italian.
That's what we
kind of what I was getting at.
That's where I was leading with.
Here's my whole name. Here's my whole name. Ready? If this ain't Italian, I don't know what it is. Nicholas Angelo Disanti.
Yeah, you were F from the beginning.
Yeah.
He's from the old country.
You riding,
from the old country.
You're riding that old school.
I make a phone call to Joey and Louie sometimes.
There. right. I have a little St. Patrick's Day inspired trivia. I got our die job sticker on top there. Sticker pack coming. Pull my headphones off. For all of you to consume beverages here, got you a Rad Dad's beer koozie. And the last of its kind, a Rays Indoor BMX Park ball cap here.
Nice.
The PBR logo.
That's right. Oh yeah, I guess.
Is it fitted or is it?
No, this is adjustable snap back. I guess I did kind of go with a
Did they
drink
copy the
theme.
fast food ribbon logo?
They did, Nick. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. I said.
And then your T-bone backpack there.
T-bone.
That's right. All right. So the question of the evening is, according to Irish lore, what did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland?
A Mercedes.
I was gonna say syphilis.
No, that's still rampant.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah. Nick, it's RX goggles, right?
Not maybe.
No. I'm sorry. For the link, my bad.
The prescription.
Yeah, it's rxgoggles.com.
Okay, all right. I've got them here.
Google goggles.
Yeah, so according to Irish lore, what did St. Patrick drive out of Ireland?
All right. And we're going to talk about our next week's guest and
Tom Brady.
Nope.
Tom Brady.
So we got Kevin
David.
Schwab. We got Kevin Schwab joining us from Amy Grips. Yeah, last time we saw him, we were out there in Vegas, where we were hanging out.
I think Schwab's hair was still
and
blonde then too.
It was, yes. So he's going to be joining us next week. Make sure you guys come and hang out with us and hear the history of Amy Grips. And we're going to have Kevin Schwab here, and it'll be 8 o'clock. He'll be here.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern
Well,
time.
if you're on the West Coast, make sure you're got 3 hours.
5 o'clock. Yeah, 5 o'clock.
All
West
right.
Coast time.
Chris, ready for birthdays?
He's in Illinois, so he'll only be an hour late.
Who, Kevin?
Yeah.
No, he lives in Vegas.
He should be
Oh,
okay.
he does. I thought they were.
No, he's in Vegas.
I don't know why I thought Amy Grips was in. I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know where
were
they
back
out
in-
of, but he's
in
Kevin
Vegas,
lives in Vegas.
Okay. I don't
You got
know.
a lot of birthdays this week, bro.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Yo,
no,
bro.
that's cool.
And they're all yours.
Yeah.
All mine. All right. Well, if you're celebrating your birthday this week, well, you're with the St. Patrick's Day folks and everything else going on. Lots of parties this weekend, eh? So, happy birthday to Tim Campbell, Mr. Brandon Screamin' Neiman. We have Josh Smith, Hayden Rochelle, Patrick Koo, Brittany Schoen. Oh boy, here's one. Lindsay Amborzecki.
Yeah.
Broziak.
Ambrosiak?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, dang. I'm
See it now?
He's Polish.
sorry, Lindsay.
Would be my guess.
Jane Mowell. M-O-W-L. Mowell?
Mole.
Mowell?
Close enough.
Yeah, you're good.
Man, you guys.
Solid 5.
I mean, we don't know. They're off of Justin's Facebook
I don't know
page,
either,
so we don't know.
That's I just agree.
You know.
All right. Jeremy Catt.
There you go.
Solomon Goodwin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Tara Lee.
Yep.
Clardy. Clardy.
Close enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Steve Keach, Greg Hess, Josh Jordan, David Hagan. Hey, David. Keith Christensen, Greg Page, who's the father of our theme songs performer. Boogie. And Tomas Fernandez.
Yeah, very good. Very
Yeah.
good.
Hey,
Nice job, Chris.
actually, I went through a shout out. It's my mommy's birthday.
Oh, happy
nice.
birthday, mommy.
18th. So, yeah.
All right.
And so Nick, real quick before we find out who our winner
Got a little
is,
secret though of who's on our team.
who's on your team?
Breaking news.
Oh, fire away, man.
Let me give you a guess. He's a legendary pro.
Ronnie Anderson.
No. Would be
You
cool,
know.
but no.
Terry Tennant.
No.
Brian
Well,
Barlow.
you should let him finish the clue. Maybe he'll give you more information.
Well, he rides a number 1 on his number plate. That's why I figured it.
Oh, fair.
Let's say he was fast as hell.
Okay.
Was that the
I don't
hint?
know.
Fast as hell?
I mean,
what's his first initial?
If I don't really know what else to say to give it. I'll give it away if I say it.
I got
What old school team did he ride for?
He rode from he was like I want to say late '80s into the '90s.
Okay. What team?
I'll give you one of them. He rode for Vans.
Jerry Batters. I'm literally just grabbing names at this point.
Come on, think big time. He's big time. You'll know the name. You guys, it should be one of them that pops up in your head.
Sean Texas? I don't know.
Sean Texas.
He said big time. Sean
was big time back then.
From the 80s, you said, right?
You know, to be honest, I don't know exactly when he started. But
Okay.
when he turned pro is when I was watching, and then I knew of him. And I remember I always would see him at Rockford in the early '90s. He always raced there at the Midwest
Mighty
Nationals.
Mo.
No.
Is he
But
pro
that would be
now?
cool if he
Chris
came back to
Beer.
Chris never raced at Rockford.
No, it's
Come on,
not.
guys, you're killing me.
But he's from Illinois, you said? Or he raced Illinois?
No, he's from Cali.
Okay.
Well, give us one more little
I
something.
don't think he lives there. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was. I don't think he doesn't live there now.
Nick, you're no fun at this game.
I know I'm screwing it all. But
Just tell us.
Billy Griggs, Eddie King,
Stu Thompson.
you're in that era.
the lumberjack.
Oh, God damn it. Gary Ellis needs to come back.
You're getting hotter. You're getting hotter.
Oh man.
Well, see, Roop's riding for MCS,
Right, he's
so it's not
MCS.
Roop.
So who's
Harry
the other-
Larry.
No.
I'm going to give you a hint. Ready?
All right. Pistol Pete Larinovich.
There you go.
Lon Karovich.
He's riding for you guys now?
Don't ever correct me again. I'll go back to that footage when you first started announcing, you son of a bitch.
Really? You guys got Pistol Pete signed up, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was supposed
that
to,
struck
he
a
was
nerve,
supposed
didn't
to
it?
make a surprise appearance at Winners. But,
Okay.
But something came up, he couldn't come. So, but no, he's riding for us. So
Wow. How
word got
fun.
around. We were supposed to keep it a secret, but then word got around. People are starting to find out. So
It's out now.
Man, that cruiser class is going to be.
Oh.
insane.
Yeah, but you know what?
He's just racing cruiser.
Is he?
Okay.
That cruiser class.
So what
And he's
age? That'll be what? It's a 16 over, right?
Oh, he's going to move up, but right now,
He should be
I won't
61
race
and
him.
over.
Thank
right?
God. But he does move up in age. By the time I see him, he'll be in the 56-60 group.
Will he? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Didn't he ride for CW?
Yep.
And then won a truck or a boat?
These your goggles, Nick, right? I got the right ones?
Yep.
All right, well,
Yep.
no, I was really hoping so because I already put the link in the chat.
But here, I got a picture here. Like, you can see
Oh,
what-
nice. Okay.
Actually, hold that back up and, and then push it in closer to your camera real quick.
Yeah, closer.
Yep, perfect. So
Yeah, well,
everyone
you
can
can
get a look
really
at him.
So does that that's got to be hard to get used to. Well, no, I guess they said about the distance glasses would.
What Drew would tell you to do is he said when you first put them in, wear your goggles around the house and walk around.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
Don't
to
just
get
wait
used
till
to
you're
it.
on
It's
the
gonna
bike.
look a little weird, but you get used to it. When you walk around the house for a while, just get used to it. Before you know it, you're putting them on. You don't even know you get them
Right,
in.
right. It's just a little farther off your face. Is
Yeah,
all
it's really not because when you put them on,
Right.
yeah, they might be a little bit, but
I
not
don't
much.
think you'd
Not
notice.
compared to glasses. Yeah, they're
you're
gonna
not
be a
going to
little
notice
bit.
it.
No, those are
because,
super cool,
all right.
though, man.
Yeah, shoving your glasses into a pair of goggles is not
It's a
cool.
nightmare. Yeah, I've done
It's
it.
a mess.
Is that what you got to do, Chris?
But it's better than
Is
being
it really?
blind.
Yeah.
Wow. Sure.
Or do you just...
No, I try to wear them. Sometimes not these ones. Smaller
Right.
ones than these. But yeah, you just shove them in. The fly goggles actually fit pretty well.
Dude, I always cut
They'll
my
slide
foam
up
out.
in there.
Yeah, but be
and
careful with
they'll go-
flies because I had fly goggles, and because they're cheaper goggles,
Mm-hmm.
that thing fits in real tight. It wants to pull the goggle apart, so you're always pushing
Oh,
them down.
got him.
Well, that's why I use good goggles like these.
Gotcha.
The air brakes, they're expensive, but they were way better. I mean, they hold it in. Other goggles are good, but flies just any type of cheaper goggle, it'll work. But you might have to squeeze them every once in a while. They might want to pop apart
I haven't
because that
had
piece
that.
is going inside. It wants
Well,
to pull the,
Chris was just saying with his script right now, he has to put his actual glasses in
the goggle.
actually in the goggles right now. So
I see what you mean.
that's why I was having you hold that up so he could take a look at it and see how that works. Because I told him about it after we came back from Vegas. So thanks for sharing that with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna get our trivia winner here. You ready, Melissa?
Don't have one.
What?
No.
What? Nobody could
This
Google?
is so
I'm
easy.
guessing that many of our listeners are driving because
It's
most
like a
of
question like who invented nuclear weapon type. Who's gonna know?
I mean, Len gave it a good shot.
Wasn't
but
that Einstein?
He said rats, but it was actually snakes.
It was snakes.
Yeah.
That's ironically I knew that.
Did you?
Yeah.
I didn't. That's why I was like, oh, that's interesting.
I think I caught it on a
rats were something, but I feel like that was
yeah.
That was Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Pied Piper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plague.
All right.
The plague, exactly.
I want to say thanks for everybody joining us this evening. We really appreciate it. Nick, thank you again. Always a good time with you hanging out with us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
It was a good show, man.
You guys don't forget, next week we got Kevin here. And hey, Chris, go ahead. Take us out of here, man.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight. Nick, thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Make sure you check us out. Our live stream is on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Sponsored by Mega Design Group. Also, podcast version of the show you can get anywhere you download your podcast from. That's sponsored by Dye Job Apparel. Again, join us next week, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. We'll be here. Everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. God bless you. Have a great week.
I got moto. It's about time I finally learned to race this bike. I was the shit and intermediate and now I'm just shit. I don't put in the time, but I ain't gonna quit, no.
He said Eric Bach's beard blocked his vision. That 42 was the wrong gear decision. He's too busy swiping on his Tinder. He's getting laid, you're counting carbs for dinner.
I got motoed, and that's okay.